Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is at FeelThePaynePW, or Nick Payne if you prefer, and you're watching my 23rd episode, and this is just a one-off episode as well in my team career for F1 2020. It's the end of Season 1, start of Season 2 now. If you haven't checked out my previous episodes, please go do so now. My last race was at Abu Dhabi, where I did get P1. If you haven't checked it out, please go do so. This is the end of season episode where I'm just going to talk through little bits and pieces that need to be talked over. We've finally got to the end of the season, so we do get a chance to change our teammate. I do feel like I do want a teammate that's actually going to push us on further. And Jack Aiken was getting P15s and not really picking up many points throughout the series, so we are going to approach Charles Leclerc, who did finish in P2 in the World Drivers' Championship and has been accepted, but unfortunately for us we do have to go into a negotiation with Ferrari, because Ferrari wants to obviously maintain their driver who did finish in P2 in the Drivers' Championship, who got them the majority of their points in the constructors, so we do have to battle with them, and we show the big guns by keep going with the large bid, and we do in fact win the battle, and we sign Charles Leclerc to be our new teammate, an 87 rated driver. So a great purchase for us, and he's already gone up to a 92 by siding with us due to all the training we do with the simulator. So a great little purchase for us, and hopefully we can actually put on a constructors and title fight this season with two drivers, with myself and Leclerc. But as we come through for the activities, we've got 9 days to play with, and we're going to go with the vehicle PR, the reaction training, and the aerodynamics equipment upgrade to boost those up as much as possible. And as you can see, he is a 92 now as Leclerc, and what a comparison that is. I didn't think we'd be able to sign Leclerc in our first season, but we did save up the money. We're low on cash at the moment before the end of the season, but don't forget that's before bonuses and everything like that come through. So we're going to go through to the interview now with Will Buxton. Can you blame him? Well, considering we got asked a similar sort of question at the start of the season, we went with Powertrain then, and we're actually going to go with Powertrain once again to sort of hopefully give that a little bit of a boost. Well, of course not. That's why we signed him. We need a teammate that's going to actually push alongside us. So yeah, that's the reason we hired him. Well, of course, like the reason you need a good second driver. There's no point in just having a slouch. Ouch. Beating the top 3. Considering, obviously, we've taken Ferrari's driver, I think that's a great step forward, to be honest. Well, considering how good Leclerc is at the moment, he's a 92 rated and he's very young. I do think we invested in our staff, to be honest. I do think we signed Leclerc for the right reasons. And there we go, we've got more income coming, so now that low cost, or low cash should I say, has gone away, and we keep getting more money in due to each week, and that's where we're going to actually end the season now. And we're going to get a lot more money in with the primary sponsor giving us a near 12 mil and an extra 25 million for finishing 4th in the Constructors' Championship. And we're going to actually change the main sponsor. I don't really like TriStar. After I started driving with it, I didn't really like the look of it, so we do need to change that. And there was a few that caught my eye with Indolovo, maybe, and that one at the end, and AVAX. But we are going to sign with AVAX. I do think that looks the best one out of the 4. I did sort of like the elephant design, but I thought the AVAX would sort of show off more on the car. It would like present more. So we did go with AVAX in the end. And also we're going to change our engine from Renault. The performance is perfect, but the durability did cost us quite a lot of positions throughout the race. So we are going to sign with Ferrari, and it's going to be a 16 race season this time. It's not going to be the full 22, and we're going to end the season in Brazil, especially with that great race in Brazil. And due to us having so much money, full finishing fourth for the constructors and getting the bonus as well with 40k, we're just going to or 40 mil, should I say, in total, not 40k. We're going to spend quite a lot of it just making sure that each facility is up to scratch and correct at the end of spec 1, if not spec 2 in some cases, with the powertrain and the aerodynamics, just to sort of boost things up, and obviously with personnel as well, because that was already at the end of spec 1. So we are trying to boost the management as much as possible, and that's now that we've been given some more challenge or activities to do. We're going to go with a pre-match sale, just because that's going to give us £1 million straight off the bat, and the power and durability focus to boost the power and the durability in both morale there as well, as we come through and we actually get more money and more money. And as you can see, the car is undercover at the moment, so we now get to show off our beautiful design on the car. And look at the beauty, purple and black once again with the green livery, and look at that with the AVAX on the sides. I do think that car is a lot better than the last one. And look at the purple with the darkness and the sort of the shimmer from it. I do think that car is absolutely beautiful, and I hope you do too. But because we've still got so much money, we're actually going to make more upgrades to the facilities to make every department spec 2. As you can see, there's a new change in the video screen on the aerodynamics, because it being spec 2, just like it is for personnel. There's a new upgrades to the simulator, which is great to see. That there's updating the video footage as well, so it makes it a lot more better for our team to actually drive. As you can see, there's upgrades to the powertrain as well, but we need to keep upgrading the system, upgrading all our facilities with the money that we've got. Remember, as you can see, we've upgraded that, so yeah, it looks quite good. But as we come through, we've got quite a lot of R&D points as well that we do need to spend, because we did save quite a bit in the last race as well. So we're now just going to use as much of it as possible by rushing through an aero upgrade and a powertrain upgrade. See if we can get them both before Bahrain to have the best shot of winning the race in Bahrain, because we did get quite a good result there last season. But as you can see, we're onto the driver lineup now. There are quite a few teams that did keep the same driving pair as they did last season, and they are Williams, who have retained George Russell and Nicholas Latifi, AlphaTauri with Kvyat and Gasly, McLaren with Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz, Sergio Perez and Lance Stroll with Racing Point, and Mercedes have kept Bottas and Hamilton. But most importantly, the driver transfers. Haas have now signed Matsushita and Nick de Vries due to Grosjean retiring, and Kevin Magnussen moving to Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo obviously losing Kimi Raikkonen to Renault, with Esteban Ocon retaining his seat at Renault, which means Daniel Ricciardo has actually moved teams now. But where has he moved to? None other than his old team in Red Bull Racing. He's gone back to Red Bull, which makes the top 4 constructor fight a lot more interesting, with Daniel Ricciardo moving back to Red Bull Racing and Alexander Albon retaining his seat at Red Bull Racing as well. So a great little driver lineup there with Ricciardo and Albon both at Red Bull, and obviously myself, I'm going to keep my seat at Payne Racing, there's no doubt about that. And Leclerc obviously joining me at Payne Racing, so the seat at Ferrari has gone to Max Verstappen. So Sebastian Vettel and Max Verstappen, V&V at Ferrari, have now joined forces So it's going to be quite an interesting battle throughout the season, as you've got myself and Leclerc for Payne Racing, you've got Albon and Ricciardo for Red Bull, you've got Vettel and Verstappen for Ferrari, and obviously Bottas, the new world champion, and Lewis Hamilton for the Constructors' Champions in Mercedes. So what a tasty battle that we have for the rest of the season 2. I hope you join me for season 2 for the next episode, of course, which will be at the Australian Grand Prix. If you have enjoyed this episode, please slap a like on it. I've been at FeelThePaynePW. Goodbye.